Hello everybody, it's TMOG 217. Welcome to a LEGO Star Wars set review. Taking a look at 75312, the Boba Fett Starship. My bad. It contains 593 pieces and retail for $49.99 USD, $69.99 Canadian, and $49.99 pounds. This is a late 2021 set and contains 2 minifigures. So one of the items included in this set is a little transportation moving cart, I guess if you want to call it. It ultimately serves as the display thing that you use to display the Boba Fett Starship. But on its own, it looks interesting. I mean, like, you can fit a minifigure in there. You could make them sitting, but I like it better if they're standing in there. So yeah, you could just have a minifigure in there, just kind of cart it around. I guess you could kind of have it set, you know, Slave 1, Boba Fett Starship is on there and just cart it around, but I can't see anyone trying that out because, you know, that happens. It's kind of just sitting there a little loosely, but yeah. So in order to get this thing to be in a stand form, you need to, of course, have it extended like I do. You just place it there, and you want it to align in between this green tile, reverse tile, and this piece right here. Like so. And boom, you got yourself a stand. As you can see right here, it looks pretty cool on the stand. But that's the stand. Let's have a look at Boba Fett Starship. So taking a look at Boba Fett Starship, it's a cute build. You know, I think this is quite a small version of the Slave 1 compared to all the other versions. I mean, like, there was that San Diego Comic-Con one, and that one was considerably small. But, yeah, the back of it looks nice. Probably a little bit more detailed than the 20th anniversary one, I'd say. But that's fine. And it does come with a little handle that you can just kind of pop out, and it's a little awkward to hold. I don't see the point in having this. Yeah, it was a success with the 20th anniversary one, but the 20th anniversary one was much bigger. And this one, it just feels awkward to hold. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, you just literally go like that. Like, my hand can wrap around that quite fine. I mean, like, unless this is, like, a little kid, I don't see the point in the handle. And even then, a little kid could probably just hold on to the side quite firmly. But, yeah. The wings, they still have that same technique as the 20th anniversary one, where if you tip it, the wings move with it. So I like that they were able to downsize that and still have it working. Again, the wings do feel a little much more miniaturized compared to the actual build. It doesn't necessarily feel evened out in terms of scaling. It just seems a little bit smaller than the rest of the build. There is quite a handful of stickers used throughout the build, as you can see around. Yeah, wish some of this could have been prints, but I'll take with it as I can. Unfortunately, they did implement stud shooters into this build. There's no way you can get rid of them. So how those work is you just press on the side here, shoot them, and they're gone forever. Just like that one. But yeah, looking at the rest of the build, the cannons at the front, I would say that they're a little fragile looking. You can actually position them in different ways, which I don't think is intentional. But they move up and down that far. Not simultaneously, but yeah. And I guess another play feature, if you want to count it as that, is if you lift the hatch right here and pull out this little brick thing, you got a Gamorrean guard. Is that how it's pronounced? One of those Jabba's Palace guards, frozen in carbonite, which is pretty cool, you know? It's still continuing that sticker trend that was used in the Razor Crest, so I guess if you modded the Razor Crest, you could stick this in there as well, but, you know, you could just keep it in here, you know? I like that it isn't Han Solo because, this is based on The Mandalorian, so it wouldn't make sense if it was Han Solo. So I appreciate that. Lego doing that. In terms of where the minifigure can sit, you can see he's right there. You just flip that up, and he sits there quite comfortably. Now, there isn't technically weapon storage, but I've kind of forced myself to believe there's weapon storage because, you could fit Boba Fett's weapon behind him. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but it can work. There is some space in there. I'm not sure if you can get a minifigure to sit regularly in there comfortably and close the lid. Well, I guess you can, but I don't think you're going to be going around flying the Starship like that. But you could do that, but that's also another issue, is that this kind of pops off a little easily. It's not a firm placement, but yeah, mainly I just choose that little area as weapon storage because it works, I guess, to a degree. But other than that, there's no actual weapon storage, and it can only fit one minifigure, I should also mention. Yeah, not much else I can say for features on this build. Let's go to taking a look at the minifigures. So here we have the two minifigures included in the set. You have Boba Fett and Din Djarin, aka the Mandalorian. These are two great figures to get in this set. I don't really have complaints in terms of minifigure selection. However, I need to talk about Boba Fett. I have to agree with the majority of people who say that the helmet and the jetpack are inaccurate. Because if you hold up this figure next to an actual Boba Fett, you can tell that the helmet and the jetpack is the exact same coloring. And when you look at the front of the torso, it's a dark green to represent that he repainted his armor. Even in the show, it shows that it's a nice clean finish. Now, yes, when you look at the helmet printing on the figures, like the two different Boba Fetts, it does look a little bit cleaned up, but it's still the incorrect color. Like, it should be a dark green. Like, I don't know. That's just an inconsistency, and it doesn't look as good as it could. Anyway, I do love that it has some arm printing on both sides. I love that detailing. And moving on to Din Djarin, he's got some arm printing too. This variant isn't exclusive to this set, however. You can get him in like 3 or 4 other sets released this year, and I'm sure he's going to be in more sets to come, seeing as how he's the Mandalorian. But if you remove all the cape, jetpacks, and helmets and such, you can get a better look at the facial prints, or facial print, because, Mando doesn't have one yet. And they did pretty good for Boba Fett, even have some back head printing, which wasn't necessary, but it's a nice detail. You can see the back of the torsos right there. Those look amazing. Again, dark green. Come on, Lego. But, yeah, no, that's basically the figs. So, let's have a look at what else is included in this set. Taking a look at the instructions, you got the box art on the front, the little QR code if you want to build it digitally, with digital instructions, and that is advertised on the first page here. Pretty typical, average instructions, and going all the way to the back, you can see they gotta show you how to put it on the stand and that little handle. And also, moving on, you can see that it shows off the late 2021 sets as well as some other sets as well that are just Mandalorian themed overall, mainly. So, and I love that they're continuing showing the set and then showing just the minifigures. I love that. So, and then you got the Skywalker Saga. They've removed the release date because it's still up in the air, basically. Then you got the piece listing on 3 pages, and then the win at the back. In terms of extra parts, what I got in my copy of the set. Overall, this is a nice build with some nice minifigures. Sure, Boba Fett isn't entirely accurate. It's probably one of the few versions we're going to get of him in that outfit. So, for that reason, I'd say pick it up, maybe, if you don't have a Slave 1. It's slightly more affordable than Slave 1s normally go for, but I think you could end up liking the more expensive ones better, like the 20th anniversary one. I'd say pick this up if you're looking for a more affordable one, or you're just trying to collect all the miniaturized Star Wars vehicles, because this is a part of that line. But yeah, not much else I can say about this. I kind of wish it was like a few dollars cheaper. That like $70-ish price point, seems a little steep for me personally. But yeah, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that bell notification to be very much appreciated. And yeah, again, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you all in a future video. Until then, see you later.